I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the Hasan broadcast coming to you live from Nippon desu, Japan. Swallow that Vyvanse, bro. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that Vyvanse. Bro, make up your mind. I never said I wasn't gonna stream today. What the fuck? $34 MKD 50, thank you for the 50 tier 1 gifted subs. Folks, I'm so late the coup ended is right. It's true. But it doesn't matter. Oni Spumoni, I got your Bushido blast off meme. Don't worry, I will be using it, okay? Hatosai. You know Batosai, but how about the HasanAbi Hastosai? Folks, I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. First of all, I bought a Y3 shirt. It fits me. It's like one of the few things that fits me, which is crazy. That's number one. Number two, I think you guys are probably aware of this by now, but I am very hungover. Okay? I will not be lying to you. I will not be obfuscating the truth. I will not be omitting. It's a black shirt. It's like the shirt is just like regular. I guess it's a little bit oversized of a fit, but the pattern on it is cool. Oh, I had okay, let's get started. Can you invite PewDiePie for the broadcast? No, I can't. I saw the Insta, y'all hit them discos hard. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. Hold on. Playing 16 soon? Yeah, when I come back. He probably knows you. PewDiePie probably does know me. I don't think he has I don't think he's fond of me. I don't think he's like a fan of mine. He probably is not. Anyway, this is gonna be a rough one, at least until I wake up, you know? Afyonum patlayacak. We're doing a lot of Turkish sayings, Murat and I, for the past couple of days. Afyonum daha patlamadı means my opium has not exploded yet. I don't really know why that's a saying. But it's what you say before you wake up, like you haven't really fully woken up yet. You and Will last night? What do you mean? Is this a spoiler? Kahvaltıya ne yapıyorsun abi işte? Oh. Anyway, where the fuck was I? Oh. Your interaction with Kai on Leftovers really shows how much you know about dog behavior. Awesome. Good dog. Good dad dog. Thank you. Okay. Yesterday, I ended the broadcast because Will bailed on me. Austin bailed on me, which they have every right to do so. And I'm actually kind of glad that they did, because it gave me a chance to hang out. I went and I hung out with Jake and Water and my brother. So overall, that part was, it was good. I needed to do that a little bit. Will wanted to enjoy Japan. Austin wanted to be Austin. I honestly can't even describe to you Austin. I just can't. He's gone. I don't even think I'll see him. I think he's just out. I'm not even sure. I haven't seen him. He didn't say bye. He has been, I don't know if it's because he's so hungry for Twinks or if it's because Japan does not have legal weed. He's been insane. I hope he goes to Disneyland. He did. He went to Disneyland yesterday. Oh. Anyway. Hold on, I gotta hit up Riot 2 today before I figure that shit out. Earlier.
Bro, I don't know if Austin's still in the continent of Asia.
Murat, tell him the Austin story.
Oh, the breakfast one?
Yeah. Go ahead. No, this is... Guys,
okay.
This is a perfect example of Austin slander that will demonstrate what the situation looks like.
So the sleeping arrangement is Hasan, Will, and myself are at the Airbnb, and then Austin is staying at the super fancy luxury hotel. That has the lobby on the 50th floor. Anyway, set the scene. Every morning, Hasan wakes up at 6 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever, and starts streaming.
Okay, 6 a.m., 8 a.m. only this morning because I'm hungover.
Okay, that part doesn't matter. And he leaves that door open, so I immediately wake up because, very considerate brother. And then I just sit around, trying to figure out what to do while he streams, because some of the stream I come on, and the other parts I'm like, I don't really care for this, right? So usually what will happen is Will sleep late, Austin will wake up, and he will call or text me and say, hey, come over for breakfast. And by that point, I will probably have already eaten breakfast. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go hang out with you, Austin. It's cool. I'll walk to his hotel or I'll take an Uber, go out of my way, get there. Usually he'll be late. He's coming down the elevator. I'm traveling 20 minutes. Anyway, fine, no big deal, whatever. He'll be like, yeah, just tell him my room number, go get a table and by the window, and we'll hang out. So I go, I get a table. Day one, I get a table day two. I get a table that's, facing the window. I sit looking at the window because he's not there yet. A couple of minutes later, he comes down. He says, hey, Murat, can I sit on this side so I can look at the window and you can, look at the restaurant? I'm like, I guess he really wants to look out the window. It's his hotel. Fine. Whatever. I'm not going to keep that from him.
He's like, that's weird. But okay.
No. I mean, I wanted to look out the window too, so that makes sense.
No, I know. I'm saying it's weird that it's.
It's weird that he asked me to move.
Fucking move when
Yeah. But I'm like, it's cool. Whatever. It's his first time in Japan. He's just trying to enjoy himself. Whatever. Nice shirt. Anyway, So that goes on. It's cool. The next day, yesterday, we the exact same thing happens. I get there early. He's like, hey, just get a table and sit down. There's only one table by the window. It's on like the corner or whatever. I go and I sit and I wait. And Austin comes over and he's like, hey, can you move? And I'm like, no, like you sat looking at outside the window yesterday. I'll sit down looking outside the window today. It'll be fine, right? You know, it's trying to keep it fair here. Like I'm not there for the breakfast. I'm there to hang out with him. I'm there to spend time with him. I didn't realize why he wanted to sit on that side. This whole time I thought he wanted to like stare out at the skyline. That's not the case. It turns out, I mean, I've kind of been turning a blind eye or like, you know, whatever, but Austin sends an insane amount of pictures, like on Snapchat, probably once every 3 minutes. And behind the window, it's really bright outside. The inside's slightly dark. So he was getting blown out in all of his pictures, and he wanted better lighting. That's why he wanted to be on the window site, because he wanted the outside light shooting on his face. So his resolution to this wasn't to just like hold off on taking pictures while we had a lovely breakfast together. The entire time, he turned around and took pictures with the window over there. So I spent the morning just staring at Austin's back.
I think this story perfectly captures...
Oh, and I have pictures.
I think this story perfectly captures Austin's experience so far during this trip. He is like, this has basically been his behavior. Bro's a Disney character? Yeah, literally.
That's just, oh, well, yeah. And that's the other thing. Every time I see Austin taking a picture, I take a picture of him. I have like a whole collection.
Austin is entering God tier character development? No, he's not. We are not encouraging that behavior. We are not considering that behavior to be appropriate. And I don't want this fucking community to like literally brick this man, okay? Because I feel like you guys are constantly fucking telling him this shit is like really cute and really fun. Okay? We can't be having that. I want the old Austin back. You know what I mean? The straight Austin.
Okay, well, I'm not saying that.
The in the closet. Okay, you mean Hoscord? Pretty much. I think so. Anyway, that's one part of it. That's one aspect of this journey. Yeah, he's on Snapchat. He's on a variety of apps, and that's fine. Like, you know, I want him to experience things. I want him to experiment. I want him to sometimes have a little bit of a Japanese delicacy. You know what I mean? And I'm perfectly happy with that, and I want him to do that. But like, my man has not been performing. I think he's just
performing as far as like content creation with you guys.
Yeah, I don't care about content creation, man. I care about
here.
I know, but I care about friendship creation.
Yeah, you cooked on that one.
Like, you guys don't understand this entire trip, and I know, people love slandering me, but even the number one slanderer of all time, I think, will admit that, like, this entire trip I've been busting ass to make sure that we are as, like, organized as possible, and it's still shitty, because I'm just, like, virtually incapable of, like, handling all of the inner workings, figuring out where the fuck we're going. There's already a massive problem with communication because like everything is in fucking Japanese. People don't speak English and whatnot. So I'm doing that without planning it months ahead. And honestly, I think it's been pretty fucking fantastic so far, regardless of the reality that we haven't done planning months ahead. And that's only because we can rely on our friends. You know what I mean? Hold on.
Did you tell them I'm allowed to chop flying fruit?
No, we don't know if there's going to be flying fruit yet. And also, we're not going to disrespect the samurai by fucking asking him.
By doing their tried and true #1 delicacy?
We are not going to disrespect the samurai master by
Cultural phenomenon.
by fucking asking him if we can do Fruit Ninja. We already talked about this. Okay? We're not going to do that. We're not asking the samurai if we can do the Fruit Ninja challenge, sir.
I will be chopping some fruit.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the whole and then they wipe the blade before they put it in or whatever.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be me after.
That part is fine. That's like we're gonna be learning about that shit.
Yeah, after we chop.
Anyway, folks, here's the blast off tweet. Let the people know fruit is so expensive in Japan. Yeah. So, where the fuck was I? Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, but it was good because Murat convinced me to not stream before the. Murat convinced me to not stream and live in the moment and hang out with him. So we did that, and we went to Shibuya, or was it Shinjuku? I always fuck the two up. Anyway,
I almost made reservations to go raw chicken.
Yeah, are you not watching the VC Finals with Toddy today? I am, later. VC Finals starts at 12. I'm going to the VC Finals later. I am going to be doing the Samurai stream, and then I'm going to be going to the VCT Finals. That is, like I said, later. Gotta be respectful or you don't get invited to places. Yes. Anyway, are you that famous Turkish sumo wrestler? Yes.
No, I'm the famous sumo wrestler. He's just the guy who doesn't take his shirt off.
I'm fucking dying. I'm so fucking dead, dude. But we set all this shit up after we got the massage stream lined up, right, yesterday. And I have never gotten a massage before. So I didn't know what the fuck that was supposed to be like. I've only done physical therapy, right? Like, I've only done like a sports massage, I guess, is what you would call it. So
You're not gonna tell me about the gyoza?
this is, oh yeah, we went to the gyoza place and we had some gyoza, which was fine. But anyway, I get there, I like set up the fucking backpack and I told Will to like go grab it because he was doing his own thing in the morning and experiencing Japan and having like a wonderful time doing that. So what kind of massage was it? It's fucking normal massage, Chad. Stop being fucking weird. Not every goddamn massage has to be one where you get jerked off, okay? Calm down. So it's a regular massage, but even a regular massage is like apparently a very intimate experience overall. So, why are you doing that face? A regular massage is still intimate. Like, we go into the fucking rooms, and the lady literally was like, "All right, fucking take your clothes off and put these pants on." They gave us like these little paper shorts, and both Murat and I, we can't fit in these fucking things, right? Like, my ass cheeks are hanging out. Doesn't even matter. Turns out, like, and again, I had no idea how this shit worked. When I found out, when I experienced it for the first time, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? She just literally pulled it all the way fucking down.
Okay, well, they cover you with you cover yourself with a towel.
Yeah, you're hiding under a towel. She fucking takes the towel off. She pulls the pants down. And then she beat my shit, dude. Let me explain something to you, okay? I don't know how to describe it. Like, I put you know, circle your problem areas on the fucking thing, right? And then you basically have 3 options. You either go with a easy, normal, or hard option for massaging. Okay? She beat me up, dude. I went hard because I was like, oh, what is she gonna do? She's gonna be like a tiny Japanese lady, right? Like, how hard can she go? I was so wrong, dude. I went hard. Every area that I have circled got fucking violated, okay? She was just going absolute crazy mode on my back. I don't even know how she did it. Like, I don't know where she was able to... I don't know where she was able to capture the fucking essence. And the power... Wait, is it... Oh, what? Is that Austin calling? Was she punching you? Bro, she was like knuckling into my back. It was fucking nuts. It was nuts. She gave you the elbow work. She did a little bit of elbow too, but she was mostly doing this, like these two and the fucking knuckles. I don't know how she was doing it. But as a massage therapist, the story elates me. Lamont, welcome to the world of massage. I'm also 5 foot tall. It's a superpower. Hey, hey. Yeah, I don't know where she got this energy. She had that dog in her though, okay? And I'm not talking Shiba Inu, okay? She has something different. She did her bunkai on your back. She stand on your back? No. Are you better now? Actually, I felt great afterwards, and I kind of feel great now. Everyone always tells me to get a fucking massage, and I finally did it, and it literally worked, which is odd. Like, I'm not fully healed, but it certainly has made me feel better. Even though I feel like shit now. So, there's that. No shit, it releases knots. Yeah, I mean, I know. The irony is, like, I never get massages, but my back is like really fucked up. I'm very knotted. I'll tell you this much. I have like received massages from friends, you know what I mean? Like friends will like rub my back or whatever. Or like I said, I've gotten like a physical therapy done. The one aspect that I do not appreciate of it in Japan is because of the language barrier, you can't go, ooh, do you feel that big ass knot? Because I feel like you gotta communicate. You have to verbalize. You have to be like, look how fucked up my back is, like, and you have to do that back and forth. You know what I mean? And I can't do that with the Japanese lady because she's not speaking English. I need to let her know, like, look how fucked up my back is, right? She thinks it means something else and you'll get kicked out. I worked at a spa and always feel so good when I get a massage from my coworker. Highly recommend doing it regularly. She probably knew it was fucked up because you're a professional sumo. I agree. So, I hate massages. They hurt so bad, lol. Yeah, they hurt bad, but they hurt good, if you know what I mean. How long did you go before getting one? I'm 28 and I've never had one. My back is fucked. I'm 31. If she was any good at massage, she felt the areas that needed it and parts to go gentle on. Yeah, she did a very good job. She did go gentle on areas where, that did not need to be fucking beat up. So after that, we went to the airsoft place where Murat basically cooked us. Bro, how the fuck you saying this after you said you got hard after she beated your shit? First of all, I never said I got hard. Secondly, like, it is the least sexual experience of all time, okay? Wait, did I say that? You said I went hard? No, I said she went hard. Did I say I went hard? I don't fucking know. I'm so fucking... God damn it. It's not sexual at all at that point. It's survival. Oh, I was talking about the gentle versus hard. Yeah. I went hard as in like, I chose hard. Hard difficulty. You guys are fucking annoying, dude. Shut up. Y'all are so lame. I got the hard massage. Not the easy one and not the intermediate one. Anyway, sounds like she omae wa shinderu that bakusi. Yes, she did. Yeah, she beat my shit. She beat my shit. Okay. So, let me continue. So we went to the airsoft place and Will's like, oh man, I don't want to fucking do this, man. Like, it's late. We're not going to have fun. Whatever. Like, I hate IRL streaming. And I'm like, bro, come on. Like, please, it's going to be fucking awesome. And I was right. Okay? It was fucking awesome. And he fucking loved it. He loved it so much. By the end of it, he was like, by the end of the stream, he was already contemplating what to stream today when I'm at VCT, if I actually end up going to VCT, that is. It was so much fun. Airsoft is great. Airsoft was great. I knew that it was, I knew that in Japan, there's a massive airsoft culture. Why is Austin calling me? I'm too hungover. I know he's watching the fucking stream. Austin, where are you?
I'm in my hotel room looking over Tokyo. Okay. I don't appreciate the fucking slander.
Okay.
All right. I don't appreciate the fucking slander. I flew halfway across the globe to be here, have a good time, create content. Okay. I don't appreciate.
I don't even care about the content. It's the friendship aspect that I'm talking about. That's what I was telling you.
You know what's going on in my life right now. Come on, give me a fucking break.
Yes, I do.
Give me a break. I do. I came here. I called you because I don't want people to think that I'm some fucking monster for not hanging out with you.
I don't think anyone thinks that, Austin.
Like, period. So
I haven't even gotten that. I haven't even. You've lost Bussy Angel, by the way. He's saying I'm on Hasan's side.
Whatever.
You've lost the Discord power twink.
I don't care about him.
Okay. Are you coming here or are you leaving?
I'm going home.
Okay.
I'm flying home tonight.
No, I know.
I mean, that was as scheduled, by the way.
Yeah, no,
So
I know. Yes. No, that part was scheduled. Is not.
No, but basically what I want to say is there's no drama, but like, look, yeah, I'm a diva, but like, come on. Like, I'm not like a fucking, like, people make it out to be like I'm a fucking, like,
I wish
like
you
Diana Ross.
You missed a wonderful.
Yesterday I literally went to Disneyland with my friends. That's what I did yesterday.
No, that's not what I'm
Disneyland,
talking about. That part is, of
I
course,
came
you're going to do whatever you want to do. You're in Japan. You don't have to fucking, no one is as like brain broken as I am to constantly make content, okay? That's not my expectation. I'm just talking about dinner, where you did bail on dinner.
I got distracted. I was at Disney. I got distracted. I missed one dinner, okay? I'm usually really on top of it.
Okay.
I missed one dinner, and I took a couple Snapchats in the good lighting with Murat at breakfast, okay? That's
okay.
it.
All right.
Like, I don't know what the deal is. What do you want me to do? You want me to come sit on stream for a few hours?
No, you don't have to be on stream at all. We're going to leave soon anyway. We're going to leave soon to go do the samurai shit. That's what we're going to do.
Well,
we're going to go learn how to use a katana.
You know, I'm going to just sit here in my 5-star penthouse and wait for my butler to wait on me hand and foot because that's what I look like to people.
Okay, you can't. Okay, you can't say that if it's like you can't say that and hope that people assume you're being sarcastic if it's quite literally the truth.
It's not the truth. Are you kidding me? I don't have a butler.
I mean,
I don't have a butler, and it's not a penthouse.
I mean, it's Austin.
Okay, it's 3 stories below the penthouse.
Austin, we literally shot in it. We shot a podcast in it. Everyone is going to know that it's the penthouse.
No, but
Austin, we shot the podcast. You forgot that we literally shot the podcast in the penthouse.
But it was a free upgrade. I didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for this.
And the butler came with the upgrade.
No, there's no butler.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
butler.
Sure. All right. Well, I'm hungover as fuck. I'm gonna finish explaining what happened last night and how we got here, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Russian coup. Do you want to give a liberal take on that? Do you have any
I
take?
hope Russia gets taken over.
No, Austin, the guys are worse than Putin even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like more right wing. Well, it's over now. The coup ended anyway.
I mean, I kind of like Russian destabilization.
Yeah, it already failed. But
Austin,
can you give me another one?
Leaving
and charge this?
Like, when are you leaving for the airport? How long of the day are you around? What do you want me to do?
Can you charge it and then give me another bank?
I mean, I'm around, Murat. You and I can have breakfast, and I'll stay off my phone.
I appreciate the invitation, Austin. I think I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm about to walk over to what was it, Lawson's?
Dude docs our location. Luckily they have it at every fucking block.
There's one every corner.
That's true. Yeah, whatever. He's gonna go to the convenience.
Okay, hey, I got my location. We're in Tokyo.
Actually, I gotta do this. I can't do breakfast. Instead, you're like, you know what? I'm good actually on that.
Yeah, that's just Murat though.
Yeah.
That's how he speaks sometimes. It's not his fault.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna finish telling the story of the night that you missed out on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to making unreasonable demands.
Wait, so are you gonna hang out with us before you leave, or no?
Huh?
Are you gonna hang out with us before you leave?
I mean, yeah, I gotta get my bag packed, I guess.
Wait, what do you mean? Is it here?
No, I'm in bed. I haven't even showered yet.
Okay. Pull up before we leave. We're gonna leave at like 11:30.
I sent you a really nasty text, by the way.
You did? I haven't read it.
Probably shouldn't.
Because I'm streaming.
You probably shouldn't read it on streams.
Okay.
That's for the Patreon.
Okay.
All right. All right. Peace.
All right. Bye. Read it? No, I won't read it. Oh, I'm so. Can you give me another bank? Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe you just. I can't believe you just sang the song. It's called Miracle Shopping, guys. For those of you who don't know. And now it's stuck in my fucking head. Okay, this isn't the actual one though. I want to see the... here's what you can't do, okay? Talk like this. Like you're literally...
Hey, maybe if you didn't like pull the microphone
away
from me, even though I pulled it up.
No, I literally was turning it over, and you started going. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Anyway, I did a little bit. With me? I did a little bit of exploration of Japan. I found a doner place that actually makes like lamb doner as opposed to chicken doner.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then I randomly like found a Don Quixote, and like literally explored the entire store from bottom to top because it was top of the hour. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, and they were playing the song the entire time, and it's stuck in my head now.
It's so sick. It's so fucking sick. I love that they have like a sick ass jingle for a chain market. You were at after Airsoft and the Gyoza place. Okay, so yeah, after Airsoft and Gyoza place.
Wait, did you tell him how I kicked ass at Airsoft?
Yeah, I did. Well, they watched it. It was on Willstream. He fucking wrecked it. He hit it so hard. Dude, the Airsoft place, like Japanese people take Airsoft very seriously, right? So they have like a leaderboard of times, and Murat accidentally hit like the top 5.
That's right.
He hit top 5 on the literal fucking Airsoft in like the timing, like the timed shooting course or whatever. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it. So I am incredibly blind, and I think astigmatism is the reason why I'm like extra bad. Obviously I can't see far away, but I can't see far away, and that's one thing. I got glasses, but even with the glasses, I can't like. Everything is so fucking blurry when there's lights. Oh yeah,
is that copium?
No. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm demonstrably bad. Like I just can't do it. So I'm describing to you why.
There was times that Hasan went and it was like over 20 seconds. My top time was like 7 seconds.
Yeah, I can't like. Valid skills translate into real life. I see. Yeah, glasses are trash with goggles. You're hugely cucked. Chad, it's literally an eyesight issue. I know. People are like...
They're ableist.
People who literally have probably the same issue that I do are in the chat going, whatever, bitch. Sure. You should ask James Cameron how he would perform the Airsoft course. Yeah, he would shit on me. So, my top time was like 9 seconds. I did actually, figure it out a little bit. Which is basically to just freestyle instead of
spray and pray.
Not spray and pray, but I did hit 9 seconds, which also is in the top 10 or top 20, I think, which was crazy. Yeah. How the fuck do we do that?
No, the poster thing was from 2021, first of all.
Oh, okay.
Second of all, like I don't think there's probably some nuance that we're not catching.
Yeah.
Like, that puts us way out of it. Like when we were doing the whack-a-mole thing, like the top score was twice as good as what we did in the same amount of time, right?
Yeah.
It's like when people do things they're obviously very good at, as everybody knows.
Suppressing fire is a real thing in Airsoft, so it's really fun even if you suck. Yeah.
Airsoft made me really uncomfortable, by the way.
Why?
Like guns are a nuanced topic, right? And gun safety is extremely important. And when you're around real guns, at least when I'm around real guns, I'm like, I have this certain like level of
respect for the gun,
respect, anxiety, whatever you want to call it. You're in the presence of something that can cause a tremendous harm, and you like need to be mindful of that at all times. Right?
Airsoft takes that away completely.
And like you're like, okay, here's a toy, and like I realize it's not a toy, but like kind of is compared to a real gun. And like even the guy who's like handling it, like that's not how you would handle a real gun, right? He's very professional. He knows what he's doing. I'm not disrespecting or like downplaying his professionalness. It's just like he would just like dry fire it on the ground and stuff, like as part of like checking out the weapon or the gun or the toy gun.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. That kind of made me uncomfortable because I feel like it loosens your like gun control a little bit, and opens you up to like being looser with it when you're around real guns, and that I don't love that.
I feel you. I know what you mean, and I mean you still need to take it a little bit seriously, because like you could still hurt someone. You could like blind someone.
Yeah, that'd be really bad.
You know what I mean? But having said that, someone said it's strictly an American problem. Yeah.
What? Like that P90 was not boring, it just broke. Every gun I had broke. It was kind of sad. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is an American problem, but it just guns are everywhere in the world. How widespread it is different, right?
34 MKD50, thank you for the 50 gifted. Those things can fuck you up, still the same respect should be given to it as a real gun. Yeah.
Şeytan doldurur.
Yeah. The devil will fill it. Exactly. So, what else was I going to say?
Oh, you refused to give me the address, and then we got lost. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. So, we were going to go to dinner, right? We were going to go to dinner, and Rhyme and Cherry, which you will meet today. Cherry is a famous Japanese calligraphy artist. Rhyme is a musician.
Is that how you spell her name?
No, I think it's an emote or something. Hold on. Dude, you should have taken better photos. What the fuck? Of me eating the...
I was so excited I couldn't, my hands were shaking. I was nervous.
Yeah. I'm posting an Instagram. Did you like the fish? Oh yeah. So let's dial back. So we're supposed to go to dinner, and this place apparently is not a chain necessarily, but like there's a bunch of places that have similar names. And even though I was sent the Google Map location, I went to the fucking restaurant in Ginza instead of the restaurant that was supposed to be in, I think, Shibuya. And I fucked up. Like, we straight up went to the fucking wrong restaurant. We were late already. We were 40 minutes late at the end of the day. But it was an incredible experience at the restaurant, okay? We ate, what was it called? Can you look up the name of the restaurant or the style of the food? Yeah, it was on the other side of the city. It was like 20 minutes. We were already 10 minutes late. And then it was, and then we were another, 30 minutes late, at the end of the day. No, it wasn't a teppanyaki. Hold on. I'm also...
Dude, I'm terrible at like remembering the names of the restaurants.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at remembering names of people, and then restaurant just comes along with it. It wasn't hibachi. It was like, okay, fine, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
It was Roku Kai Kutei.
What?
It was this word, remember? Rokukakute. I'm sorry, I'm not a Japanese speaker. Like, I tried to be respectful.
Okay. That was definitely... Hold on.
By the way, I want to point out that you still haven't given me the name of the restaurant.
It was Rokkakute. Okay, it was Rokkakute, which was a kushikatsu place. Okay, everything is fried. It's like basically yakitori but fried instead. and it was incredible. It was an incredible meal overall. And in the beginning of the meal, they're bringing out like fucking fried asparagus and whatever, and they brought out this tuna, but it wasn't like a regular tuna. Yeah, it was a kushiage. Bro, you regularly mispronounce English words. I wouldn't be laughing at Murat for mispronouncing Japanese. I do not regularly mispronounce English words. None of the words I pronounce in English are mispronounced. They're correct.
The rest of the English-speaking world is wrong.
Hasan, say it like a crazy person and somehow he's right. Yeah. I had fish. I had tuna that was so fresh that for the first time in my life, I didn't immediately want to throw up. Oh, maguro. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Maguro. And it was incredible. It was very odd. I mean, will I do it again? Probably not. Did I like it? I mean, it didn't like taste like anything. It didn't taste, and there was no hint of sea in it. It was not fishy at all. Like, I'm telling you, there was less of a hint of sea in it than even seaweed. Like, it was crazy.
Are you going to have more fish today?
No.
If the opportunity presents itself, would you try it again?
No.
If you had a dish in front of you, that very same dish from last night, right now, we're like, hey, Hasan, would you eat it on camera? Would you?
It's just not something I'm, it's not something I would go out of my way to try or do. I don't know. Maybe a sushi. We'll see. But for example, I also tried sea urchin again in the first restaurant that we went to, one of the first nights, and it was terrible.
Tough one, right? You gotta start off easy. There's a lot going on with the texture. There's a lot going on with the taste, like in unique ways. Just like we need to keep it simple for you right now.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. This is the video.
That's another Turkish thing. So much for guiding us.
Where I was taking a photo for my family.
We have to document this occasion.
Yeah.
I didn't take a very good photo, but I did take many photos.
That's another Turkish thing.
I haven't tried sea urchin yet, but I want to. It's fine. He did quit when fell 30 minutes in. Yeah, I did. Fried fish seems to be more palatable. Sea urchin is disgusting most of the time, coming from a Japanese person. Yeah.
Wait, why is it haram? It's not haram to eat sea.
No, I think sea urchin is like maybe from what I understand, maybe in like the incredibly unique circumstance, okay, where in the incredibly unique circumstance where there's like basically, wait, what the fuck's going on? Is my like Twitch broken? Is it busted? I don't know what's happening. We just jumped from like 21,000 viewers to 31,000 viewers like that.
Oh, it's not refreshing as often.
Yeah,
as
I don't know what's happening. Anyway, whatever.
Bro, people heard you're eating fish and they want to tune in. So
Yeah, they got excited.
They want to know your takes about fish.
Where the fuck was I? Sea Urchin Labs, California has the best sea urchin. It's an infestation. Trash fish, delish though. So, we did this. God, my brain is. There's only 5K viewers. Yeah, there's only 5,000 people in here right now. There's only one person in here right now. Is that Rhyme next to you? Yeah, that's Rhyme. And the one filming it is Cherry. So, after that, we went to a members-only sakeboru, okay? We went to a members-only sake bar that's around the area, and that part was also fucking incredible. Does Hasan drink? Oh, I did. I certainly did. I had, first I had a double hibiki, okay? Doburu. Hibiki. And then I had a beer And then I was down in sake like there's no fucking tomorrow. And let me tell you something, okay? I got fucked up. Absolutely, I got fucking sloshed. The sake bar was beautiful. It was it was pretty crazy. Like look here. I took a photo. Normally you're not supposed to.
And that's like, you might think that's an artsy photo. It's not. That's literally what it looks like.
Yeah, like the entire. You go into the bar.
It's just
through
dark.
this, like, you can't even find the door. The door is hidden. And you go up these like multiple stairs, and it's like a back alley. It looks like the service stairs for other restaurants, which I think it is literally.
No, it totally is.
Yeah.
There's like random kegs and like boxes of like stuff in the way, and then you go through another door, and there's a stairwell,
and then you walk into this like beautiful, this incredible square, like it's open space. It's like a bar with a lady in a kimono in the middle of it, with that flower in the middle of it, and it's definitely a speakeasy that's sick as fuck. Yeah, exactly. It is like a speakeasy. So you get in, and I think they serve a bunch of stuff, but we only had sake. The way we had the sake was with wasabi and salt.
I can't eat spice, and I was eating the wasabi.
This was fresh wasabi. Now, obviously, a lot of the wasabi that you have in most places is not even real wasabi. It's actually just horseradish. But this was also fresh wasabi on top of that. It was crazy. It was incredible. You're selling it like it's a location for a John Wick fight scene. I mean, but dude,
that's literally what it looked like.
Well, it felt like that. It fucking felt like that. It actually was like that. After that, we went to the club where Rhyme was performing, and that part was awesome too. A lot of HasanAbi heads in Japan. A lot of HasanAbi heads in Japanese nightlife. Love you guys. You guys were holding it down. I've heard real wasabi isn't quite as harsh. It's not. That's actually the thing. Murat can't have any spice whatsoever. He hates wasabi. He hates all spices. He was downing this fucking wasabi at the place.
Dude, with that salt.
Yeah.
Well, Rhyme was like, hey, can you just give me a bowl with a giant spoon?
Yeah. It was awesome. It was great. And I got Rhyme is a Japanese song voice, not an emote, like a synthesized voice software. I think that's what Chad is referring to. Isn't the planet's made out of going extinct or something? Yeah, I didn't realize it was like that. But basically, Rhyme is an emote? Okay. Yeah, that was the experience. That was our nightlife experience. It was great. There's a I think an anime guy, a mangaka who also DJs, who has like a massive. Someone I'm sure will be able to figure out which club we went to, and also who was playing. I don't fucking know.
I like that you give him these like challenges. Like instead of just looking it up, you're like,
bro, there's the CIA. What the fuck do you mean? Yeah, this dude is like a very famous. I guess he's like a very famous anime creator. I forget what the name of the anime is, and I forget what his name is, obviously. But was it Jun Inagawa? He made an anarchist anime and went there. What do you mean? Went where?
To the same venue.
The venue? What's the name of the fucking venue? I don't even know.
That's the venue.
Is it the venue?
Yeah, they got it.
Are you sure? Oh, it is him. Yeah, this is the guy. This is the fucking guy. Yeah, the guy on the left. This is what we went to, right? Is this what we went to?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, we hung out with Mondo Grosso a little bit. It was sick.
And then I went to like the.
One Oak is what Will's story shows. No, we didn't go. They went to One Oak after. Okay. Will and
I don't know how they went anywhere.
And Mark's girlfriend went to One Oak after. I don't know how the fuck they did that. I literally was like, at this point, I'm like dying. Okay, we walk into the fucking Family Mart next door. There's no food, and Murat is like still down to go. By the way, he's making it seem like he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But he's like actually.
I bought a frozen pizza, some like uncured ham, and pepperoni pizza chips.
Yeah.
And then I made them.
Yeah, I was not, I was nowhere near. I was so tired. Okay, I was so fucking tired that I literally couldn't even eat food. Okay,
I guess I did have a pizza in Japan.
you did. I woke up and I saw the fucking clippings that you left behind.
Well, I like tried to figure out how to use the Japanese microwave. I think there's like some buttons on. I don't remember. And I guess I like couldn't read the instructions, so I just kind of like punched in random numbers. And yeah, it was rock hard. That's why I left the crust behind.
Oh, okay.
Pineapple pizza, no.
Dude, there are some amazing pizza places in Nakameguro and
I'm sure there is good pizza places, but I'm not in Japan to eat pizza.
Can we talk about where the fuck March has been? Dude vanished the second you got there. I think I've seen him once. Yes. I think, like I said, a lot of you guys are too used to the way I operate. But like, for most people, they're just like having fun. They're in Japan for a short period of time. And, they just want to make the most of it, right? So that's what it is. And I don't want to be fucking annoying and constantly be up everyone's asses and be like, oh, dude, you got to come here. You got to do this. You got to do that. So, everyone's doing their own thing. Paid trip on Hasan. I mean, it's not like everyone's paying for their own shit. I guess like technically the podcast is paying for it, but yeah. Oh, fuck. They don't want to make nonstop content? Yeah, I mean, I'm not, that's not my expectation anyway. I'm not like looking for people to make nonstop content. Like I can do that on my own. My goal is to have fun experiences. And if I can have those fun experiences on camera, it's even better, especially when I can serve the top of the hour ad break. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or by getting gifted a sub, most likely from 34MKD50, which is gifted 5,492 subs.
Is that lifetime or like?
No, like literally.
What over
his lifetime is basically this past week. So lifetime, which equals this past fucking week. Have you had a chance to check out the mag rail yet? No, I haven't.
Yeah, that part's.
That's $25,000. No, it's Turkish, so I don't know what the conversion would look like. But it's Turkish subs, I think. Yo, new Charlie video about Creep Today slaps. Yeah, it's probably. I think it's like probably around. I think it's probably around. What do you call it? You have a literally patron. Like it shows up. The sub is $1.50 in Turkey.
I mean, still a lot of.
Yeah. Wait, Mobile Andy, but you hung out with Jun Inagawa last night? I didn't get to hang out with him, but I watched him perform. He was crazy. He went wild.
I was really worried that the table behind him was going to break.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was just like a random folding table. It wasn't like a platform.
34 MKD50 says it's little more than 2.5K. Chow's excited about Mondo Grosso, but I don't know who that is. Juni Nagawa is a mangaka anime guy. Who's also a DJ. A sub in Turkey is 0.40 cents. Jesus Christ. He only follows you and Will? Who? Who follows me and Will? Hasan literally didn't answer my cue. What? Hasan, your Instagram post as a Japanese slur. Someone please see this. Yeah, I know. I know it does. What do you mean?
Wait, what's the Japanese slur?
That's the whole point of the fucking shirt.
Oh, yeah, the shirt.
Like,
but it's also a Japanese guy wearing it. Like,
Yeah.
It's not like he just randomly said it out loud.
Yeah. Like, that's...
Well, I guess you could have... his identity, but still.
Yeah,
It's just like a random employee of the venue.
Yeah, he was one of the people... Yeah. He's like, dude, watch out. He's like, watch out, there's a slur on it. Yeah, well, that's like the context of the slur. It's very obvious that...
He understands it.
Yeah, it's a Japanese dude wearing a t-shirt that you wrote ACAB in the bathroom hall. No, I didn't write that, you fucking weirdo. Murat found it and he sent it to me.
You're making it seem like I wrote it.
Yeah.
I didn't write it.
I love that you're like like you freaked out about the shirt, which is like quite literally the point of the shirt.
No, I didn't write it. I found it.
Bro, watch out. Kendrick Lamar says slurs in his songs. Don't listen. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. This is wild. They have Che Guevara cigarettes in Japan. I did not even know that.
Using him as a marketing figure, isn't that kind of against his philosophy?
I mean, he probably fucking ripped darts. I mean, they smoked gars, you know what I mean?
No, like to sell more products. Not that he's like...
My cousin was stationed in Japan. The amount of clothing they'd wear with the N-word on it was crazy. I haven't seen that. Oh, that would be fire if I was able to fucking find like random Japanese people wearing like literally fucking slurs or something. That'd be awesome. Because that's like, I am fascinated. Here, I'll explain it. I'm fascinated with like Japanese places that utilize the English language, but they don't actually have like a full grasp of it. So I've been taking photos of T-shirts and shit like that.
Just like has signs.
That has that has like weird things on it. Like it'll be like devour your face. It's like
sleep every day.
Yeah. And I think it's awesome. Like bad English on clothing or bad English on stores is awesome, right? So that would be the peak of like unacceptable English words on a fucking T-shirt. You know, Hasan fake socialist mansion living capitalist piker. Yeah, like strawberry fetish. If you check out the Zebra song for the movie, it starts with that scene called Never Enough. What? Anyway. Yes, the English barrier makes good content for sure. Exactly.
So somebody earlier wrote that we speak Japanese with a Turkish accent. With a Middle Eastern accent. And it's because...
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's because we read... Like, in Turkish, you write as you read, right? Or you read as you write. Like, there's no, like, different, what's the word? Like, CH and stuff. Like, how you pronounce it differently. Anyway, so I feel like it's kind of like that, where it's just, like, the context and the language like structure is like very different, so it doesn't translate very well.
Yeah. Japanese is closer with mouth sounds. Japanese is closer to Turkish than it is to English. Phonetically.
Yeah, phonetics. Words are hard sometimes.
Yeah, that's why we sound like that, I think. Hasan reads like he's trying to be a One Piece character. That for sure. I definitely ham it up because I think that's how you're supposed to speak. Or
I feel like we're culturally appropriating when we try to like, what's that thing where you
Let me
like
tell you
pronounce
something.
it like a Japanese person?
let me tell you something about fucking cultural appropriation. It does not exist in Japan, okay? And it also doesn't exist outside of the United States of America. Cultural appropriation with respect to like black culture is valid. Pretty much everything else, or let's Native Americans as well, valid. Everything else, ridiculous. Okay, everyone loves fucking talking about cultural appropriation, blah 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 blah. It's fucking bullshit. Okay, as someone who's Turkish, I've always been frustrated with this notion, like people being like, "Oh, you're doing cultural appropriation." Like, shut the fuck up. This is a Twitter thing. It's an American thing only. It doesn't exist. Okay, I'm currently wearing a jinbei, okay, which is traditional Japanese clothing. In the bottom, I'm wearing my jinbei bottom. I'm probably gonna wear the top as well. They fucking love that shit in Japan.
We spend a whole day in jinbeis.
Yeah, when you fucking wear, as a white guy, when you wear like traditional Japanese clothing, they fucking love that shit. I wear that shit in America. You know my ass is cooked on Twitter. Some fucking dumbass is gonna be like, wearing traditional Japanese clothing? This is unacceptable. How dare you? It's like, yo, what are you talking about? You're in Iowa, okay? You're in motherfucking Iowa. What are you talking about? Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, we're appropriating our culture by wearing jeans.
Yeah. All right, anyway. Jinbei, I wear the jinbei shorts, great in the summer heat. Yeah, it's literally polite. Like, people love it. People think it's fire when you do that. Me and my friends just went to a flamenco festival in Chica yesterday, and no Spaniard was in sight. They literally don't give a fuck. It really doesn't matter if they love that or not. But yeah, you're not the devil. What do you mean?
I don't know. I just feel weird like trying to say it like the Japanese people. Like what's the thing called where you like Japanify like the pronunciation?
I think it's katakana.
Yeah.
Where it's literally, I mean, exactly. That's another funny thing as well, which is like the way I speak with like a Japanese accent when I say English words. In America, very racist. You're making fun of Japanese people in the way they speak. In Japan, you have to speak like that so that the person understands. Not katakana is not. Katakana is not spoken. I don't know how to fucking, what is it? It's loan words. You have to speak like that. You say dobru.
Like a ham sandwich. They're like, no, we don't know what
Yeah.
that is. Ham sando. And they're like, yes.
Yeah. You also had a Japanese person take you there and a Japanese woman recommend all the ones you bought. Yeah. Anyway, it's cultural integration when you're in the country, and that's cool in my opinion. When you're a home turf, it becomes appropriation. No, it doesn't. It's fucking bullshit. Loan words are represented by katakana. Cultural appropriation is real, but most of the white people forget.
Loan words, like the language is loaning it?
Yeah. No, cultural appropriation does exist, but it's
Wait, are we going to go to the Valorant tournament in the, what was it, Kinji?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, I want to go to the Valorant
Okay,
tournament.
well, I'm talking to a Riot representative who has not responded to me because it's literally the fucking last day of the Valorant finals, and I held off on talking to them until the very last day, so I don't know. Why are you having these meaningless conversations about shit no one in the real world cares about? I don't know. It's just like very annoying. It's something that frustrates me. So, you know.
Bro, you want me to try Valorant at the tournament and just beat everybody like I did at Airsoft?
Yeah. Brother, not to be too much off topic, but we talk about Russia today. Yes, I'll bring up the Russia stuff right now, actually. 34 MKD50. Thank you for the 50 gifted subs again. Other English speakers take on American accent for certain words because Americans don't understand alternative pronunciation. Same. But yeah, it's basically cultural appropriation does exist in certain circumstances. I'm not saying it's like a completely fake notion or anything like that. It definitely does exist for certain cultures, for certain aspects. But you know, I think a lot of people want to ride for their own thing. They want to like make it seem like it's happening to them in a way that like actually does harm when there is no harm intended. And I get annoyed by that. I don't like it. It's a very specific thing that people try to expand to other shit. Anyway, did I miss talks about the coup? No, I'm gonna do it now. Romanji is a term for the speak for borrowed words from the West in Japan. I thought Romanji was like the characters, like the Latinized alphabet.
Oh,
This clip summarizes your opinion on Japanese pronunciations. Oh yeah, this is really funny. I've seen this before. I love this clip here. How many more days? 2 more days.
私今東京にいるんだけど、昨日日本の友達とマックに行ってきたのね。で、私オーダーするとき、ハンバーガーとバニラアイスクリームお願いしますって言ったのね。で、私の友達私に、は？お前カナダ人じゃないの？なんでハンバーガーなんて言ってんの？ Bro! He is out of his mind if he thinks I'm gonna be ordering like this. ですね、ハンバーガーとバニラアイスクリームお願いします。That's what I thought. Sounds stupid as shit.
Yeah. There's specific cultures where parts of the culture have been denied them as part of how they're impressed with defense is fair. Your chat is so weird when it comes to Japanese people just coming from a Hapa family from the camps.
The whole point, I guess, that I was trying to make is that, like, because of my own ignorance, I don't know what's inappropriate and what's not culturally. Mm-hmm. And I'm just worried about, like, offending people.
Yeah. Well, there's no... That doesn't happen in Japan, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so
actually, that does happen in Japan. You can definitely be offensive in Japan.
Yeah, I feel like there's very strict cultural concepts that you.
But it's not over. But it's not over shit that like people get offended in America. Is my point.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna worry about ordering at McDonald's. I'm talking about like attire, where as far as like the samurai or the what do you call it, sumo or like the yakuza or whatever, right? I don't know. I want to stay out of it.
So we're going to go to a temple today, I'm pretty sure. And in the temple, we are going to we're going to learn from a master the art of using a katana. And they're apparently going to let us fucking cut shit with it too. So I'm very... What?
Are they going to let us cut fruit?
He thinks we're going to cut fruit. Maybe we'll cut fruit.
Bro,
I don't know.
My man's going to pull out a banana and I'm going to lose my mind with excitement.
Okay. If a culture, Japanese in this case, is okay with it and thinks cool, foreigners want to wear a kimono and such, other people, especially white Americans, are just idiotic for getting offended by that. Yeah. We're going to cut a man in half, yeah. We're going to actually cut one another. You're cutting wet tatami mats that are rolled up, not fruit.
I mean, I'm sure that would be cool, too.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what we're cutting, but it's going to be fucking sick. I am very excited. What is this? This clip of you and Will? Oh, yeah. I'm so happy that he actually...
Enjoyed himself?
He actually did it. Like, I was so worried that he was going to... You know, I was so worried that he's not going to want to do it. The samurai are such gatekeepers, like it's hard to cut something with a sword. Fucking dumb. What?
Good. No.
This was good. This was a good stream.
Is the stream still going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Some boys it up.
Yeah. That whole Japan trip is just proving that we knew all along that Murat is funnier than you. Yeah, he is. Is he going to teach you how to pull the sword out and stand there as your opponent is sliced in half so fast we can't see it? Yes.
And then it like slides off.
Yeah. No, literally, that's what we're doing. That's actually what we're fucking doing. I'm glad that you, I'm glad that you recognize that that's like what we are learning today. Like, it's gonna be like, shh. You know?
Wait, what Mr. Beast impression?
They're joking about you doing an intro.
Oh.
They think your intro was very good.
It was, dude. Smash that like and subscribe.
Yeah, dude. Fucking people.
Let the algorithm gods do their thing, you know?
People were smashing that like and subscribe. Don't forget to shout the name of your moves before you cut. Yeah. Did you hear Wagner and PMC initiated coup against Russia? Just wondering. Yes, I am familiar with what happened. Is Will going to the samurai thing? Will is currently sleeping. I don't know how fucking long he went out for, but if he thinks he's gonna miss this, I don't give a fuck. He's out of his goddamn mind, okay? I'm gonna wake his bitch ass up. And I gotta probably do that soon, as a matter of fact. We should probably do that soon. Because
dude, you gotta cover Russia.
This is one of those experiences that like he absolutely fucking cannot miss.
He would not forgive himself if he missed it.
Yeah. I think this is going to be very unique. We've had a lot of like one-off, once-in-a-lifetime type situations out here in Japan. Oh, this is from the stream that we did with Will. By the way, the camera is so fucking sick. Like, I feel like the camera has really been, has been doing a good fucking job. Okay. I don't know. Am I crazy?
Yeah, it's been great. I'm a little worried about the connectors on it. Oh, you're setting up the IRL?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the connectors on it. Those like micro HDMIs are like known for going bad, at least according to Linus Tech Tips. So we gotta be careful. And yesterday like was the first time it like acted up, so we gotta stay on top of that.
Yeah. Did you diversify the modems? Not really. I don't think we did. I mean, I think we might have, but bro, I have the camera and you're absolutely right. No, I'm just saying that like with good bit rate, like look at the fucking clarity of this.
7-7 the time to beat.
Like this is pretty solid too.
He's got to cook on these last ones.
Oh my god.
Oh!
That was literally one of the best times on that board. You're going to try 3-sword style? Don't worry. I am Roronoa Zoro.
God damn, good shit.
Murat Ichiban!
7-7 the time to beat.
Oh, he's got to cook on these last ones.
Oh my god.
The problem is, it's not a very long video, you know?
God damn, good shit.
Murat Ichiban!
My eyes missed the gimbal. Yeah, image stabilization is probably one of the only issues. Yeah, you guys thought it was higher for some reason, but it was like half a second shy of Sensei. Yeah. Hasan got that Rainbow Six Siege peak shot.
You know why I was shy of Sensei, right? Because it would be disrespectful to beat him.
Yeah. Okay. The Aussies have landed. Better than every soldier in the Russian military. Yeah, once Jake fixed up the camera settings, it's been fucking amazing. I agree. What does that number mean?
I love.
We're hitting lit up targets that are like popping up randomly, and he hit 6. You're supposed to hit 6 targets, and you time it, and it ends when you hit the 6th target. And he hit 6 targets in like 6.2 seconds. They're random lights. It's very difficult. I was only able to do it at. I was only able to hit it at like 9 seconds, and I was really, really. I mean, I was just really bad in general. This is airsoft, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like look at the way the guns are laying out there, right? And you would just put it down like loaded, like with BBs in the chamber, like that just kind of made me uneasy.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, let me get into it. You might need to wake up Will and get him start getting him ready.
Okay, I'm gonna go get food. Do you want chicken?
We cannot be late to this fucking place.
Okay, I'm gonna go wake up Will. Go get food. Do you want food?
No, I do want coffee though.
Like the
Bosu.
the box.
Yeah, those are hair dryers for the handguns. Yeah, no, not box. Bosu.
Oh, boss.
Bosu. Give me a bunch.
I thought you were talking about like the box ones, like
Give me the Bosu,
Turkish, like,
Bosu
milk
rainbow.
container
Give me the
ones.
Bosu rainbow or fire.
All right, just text me, dude.
Anyway, you need food or that coffee's gonna give you a massive hangover, heartburn.
Is boss?
Boss.
Is that coffee?
Boss is coffee. Yes. The way Yuta was holding the gun was very weird. Bro, he's Japanese, chat. Let my man hold it whatever way he wants to hold it. He don't fuck around with guns like that. Yuta is an innocent man. Exactly.
Did he even shoot yesterday?
He did, yeah. He shot a little bit.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Kaya being the best girl.
Look at that booty.
She's like, I think that's it. No space for Jess because there's Mika and there's Kaya and then that's kind of
Look
it.
at the way she's sitting.
Yeah, it's.
Dude, I miss her
You think
so
you're a
much.
baby.
I mean, I miss my own dog.
You're a baby,
obviously.
Kaya.
She's like gonna be so big by the time we get back.
Yes, like Kuno's definitely drunk already. Did you see him?
I thought you said he wasn't gonna drink.
Is
He
this
took
live?
a
Oh,
shot.
no, this is YouTube.
Wait,
Yeah.
No, it is live.
It is live, yeah.
Okay, she being. If
Yuta-
she gets crazy,
Yuta
let me
is
know.
the one
Wetness, it's
holding it
water.
right,
It's
yeah.
water. The wetness is water. So she doesn't actually drool.
Oh.
It's just when she drinks water, it all comes out. Is the
On
problem.
camera, Kaya.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's being indecent. Very indecent.
I was
Anyways.
talking about her floppy ears. Look at them flop.
Yeah.
Look at them flop.
Uh-oh, she's about to start biting.
Look at them flop.
Okay.
That little chomper.
Oh, hey, no biting. Good.
You didn't bite.
She's
She
gotten,
listens.
she's gotten so much
Yeah, I know.
bigger.
I
It's
think I need to get a
crazy.
towel.
Hey,
Kaya! Come back, Kaya!
Bye.
She follows Ray around everywhere. That's bullshit.
Dang it. I wanted to pick
Bro,
her up. She's a massive
She
song.
forgot.
We
She
need
forgot
a
me.
size check.
It's
Hey,
over. It's done. She forgot me. I already know.
girl.
I already know.
Oh, Jesus. Two.
Size check.
She's probably like
too tall.
probably already like 40 pounds. Look at this fatty.
She's probably in the 30s.
Pick her up.
No, she was in the 30s when I left her. She was like 32 pounds.
to pick her up.
I think. You think 50?
The lighting is scuffed.
Is it? Two scuff?
Oh yeah, this one is incredible.
I need to learn where that spot is.
Little scratchies all
This is a new spot. I didn't even know it existed.
Scratchies.
Scratch for
Yeah, can you
scratch.
scratch a little lower? A little, just like a little lower? Yeah, yeah, right there, right
She's
there.
gonna scratch a hole in your pants.
I was about to say
Yeah,
that.
no, we're scratching each other. This is what friends do. We're friends now, yeah.
Oh, she doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Oh, Kaya. Oh, good. Oh, she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
We did politics already, chat? No, we're gonna do it now.
All right, I'm gonna go cuddle with Will.
Donkey, donkey, is that the same dog? Yeah. She was swapped out with a new dog. This is a
It's
different
not
dog.
Connor, it's Coyotes.
I saw people in chat get confused.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna pretend and see if
All right. We're gonna do a little bit of the fucking. We're gonna do a little bit of the Wagner situation. Scale from 10 to 10. How much you miss her? 100. 100. Anyway, okay. Did you find any salvage denim? No. I did buy 2 Yoji Yamamoto pants, which was on the cheap too, which was fucking awesome. That's one great thing about Japan is the conversion, and it's tax free if you have a passport when you're buying stuff. It's great. It's like significantly cheaper here. Coup already ended. Yeah, I know. We're gonna cover it.
With this breaking news, the head of the mercenary Wagner group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, says he is calling off his troops from their march on Moscow, potentially ending what appeared to be a possible coup attempt. Officials in Belarus claim their president, Alexander Lukashenko, had reached a deal with the Wagner boss to halt his troops. Prigozhin says his private army had seized control of Russian military facilities in 2 critical cities, Rostov-on-Don, that's about 700 miles south of Moscow, and the city of Voronezh, about the halfway point on the road to Moscow. President Putin called the actions by Prigozhin a betrayal and a stab in the back to the Russian people, and warned those who follow Prigozhin will pay a price. Christian, both confusing, complex, all of this is just a toss up in the air.
Yeah,
amazing.
And actually, General Spider Marx reminded me of Churchill's, long time ago description of Russia as a riddle wrapped up in an enigma and all the rest of it. In other words, you just don't know until you know. So it looks like Prigozhin was trying to send a message to the Ministry of Defense and to the head of the Russian armed forces. Those people have been his target since the beginning of this war, and he has complained bitterly that they...
Bro, this is like, it's absolute fucking madness. Like, what happened is so insane, and I can't even wrap my head around it. I've been thinking about it a lot, okay? And I don't know how it happened, why it happened. I think everyone that says they get it are coping. One of the funniest aspects of this has been that all the pro-Russia guys who were like going crazy over it, and Vladimir Putin basically saying like Vladimir Putin's message was insane. It just made zero sense. Here's what it is, okay? Ukrainian counteroffensive starts. Wagner, the PMCs, the private military contractors that are like famous for torturing motherfuckers with like sledgehammers and just being overall brutal and being Nazis for the most part, are in a forward position that gets bombed. Okay, this is the mainstream narrative, and the guy who is leading the Wagner group is a caterer who. A caterer turned warlord, basically. I mean, these guys operate in fucking Africa. They operate in Syria. Like, they're mercs, right? And the caterer, Prigozhin, is like, has been very critical of the MOD, not Putin himself, because he's friendly with Putin, but he believes that the Putin's commanders have been like misleading him, right? He's complaining that he's not getting enough supplies. He's complaining that like they're being left out to dry. So he turned around and said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going back into Russia, and I'm not stopping until I fucking reach Moscow. Okay? That's it. And everyone was like, what? There's no way. He's not going to do that. Oh no, he actually did. He took like a 50-kilometer convoy of like military weapons and drove it back into fucking Russia from the south. First they overtook Rostov-on-Don, which is like the southern military post where a lot of the officers and the generals are, where they're basically, it's like the tip of the well, it's not the tip of the spear necessarily, but it's where it's the closest point to Ukraine where all of the Russian commanders are. Okay, Yeah, it's like the equivalent of San Diego. Sure, that's a good take. And they turned their fucking convoy around and went over and took down the military command center in Rostov-on-Don with and all the soldiers that were in the city gave up. It's the rear detachment. Meanwhile, what was going on there, while that was happening, the Russian forces have not stopped bombing Ukraine. So like the war kept going on in Ukraine. It was just that the Wagner group was like, nah, fuck that. Like we're coming to Moscow. Putin has been misled by his generals. We need to do some restructuring. It's absolute bullshit. And meanwhile, while that's going on, okay, all the liberals who are like, these Wagner guys are fucking gross, perverted Nazis, okay, we're like, oh, how sick. Which I get. It is kind of funny when you have like your own private mercenaries turn on you and in the middle of a fucking active war, okay, and it's very odd. But it was also odd seeing like liberals be like, you know, the guy that's even more right-wing than Vladimir Putin, that's my guy now. Like, they were having a mid-off, a race to the bottom, and liberals were just like, hell yeah, dude. Well, hell yeah, Wagner. Keep popping off. No one said that. Yes, they did. What are you talking about? Were you not on Twitter? So originally, Prigozhin was, stating that he's like not an enemy of Putin, He's actually pro-Putin. He just hates the MOD and he needs to restructure it because they're lying to Putin. They're taking advantage of Putin, blah, 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 right? And then he decided, no, we're actually going to keep going to Moscow. And Vladimir Putin basically called him treasonous and said that the leadership last night, or at least last night my time, said that the leadership of Wagner were engaging in high treason, but the soldiers in the other mercs that were just following orders, they can defect and they won't be harmed, but the top leadership will get some of the worst punishments, okay? Putin never directly called him a traitor, didn't even mention his name in the TV speech. He said leadership of this group engaging in the act of treason were engaging in high treason, but not necessarily the soldiers themselves. Everyone understands who he was talking about. Okay? Anyway, let's watch this.
They have completely messed up and literally botched the invasion and the war in Ukraine, and that he has presented himself and his independent paramilitary force as the Russian saviors, if you like. And pretty much they are the only ones who...
Oh yeah, all the pro-Russia Patsock Andes must have lost their shit when Putin said this was comparable to 1917 law, as in 1917 was bad. Yeah. Putin came out as big-time czarist. That was cool. Don't know where that came from. That just like literally came from nowhere. What happened to all the fucking MAGA communists that are like patriotic socialists and shit? Are they also, are they no longer committed to international socialism? Is that what's going on? Anyway, I keep seeing people link is election tampering in the Wagner group, but also supporting
who have scored any, even though they might be minute, actual battlefield victories. And so it appears that he has now been pressured by Putin, who got Alexander Lukashenko, his big ally in Belarus, to engineer some kind of about-face. And according to Prigozhin, that is what has happened. We're waiting to be able to broadcast his latest audio to explain to everybody exactly what he thinks he's doing next. And we've got full coverage on this breaking story. We have CNN Chief International Security Correspondent Nick Payton-Walsh, National Security Reporter Natasha Bertrand, and the former CIA Chief of Russia Operations and CNN National Security Analyst Steve Hall. So, Nick, we were on together as this breaking news came of this latest intervention by Prigozhin and his latest telegram audio message. He having taken a very significant military headquarters in the last 24 hours. Do we think now the Prigozhin threat is over?
No, I think it would be premature to suggest that. And indeed, he says the only reason he's turning around his columns on the way to Moscow, having, he says, got 200 kilometers within the city outskirts, is to stop bloodshed. He doesn't make a reference to a negotiation with the president of Belarus. That's done by the Belarusian president's own staff, suggesting that, in fact, Lukashenko intervened after speaking to Putin, and some sort of deal appears to have been hatched. But I don't think we know the entirety of it. It may be that there are going to be significant changes at the head of Russia's Ministry of Defense, but even if the ultimate targets of Prigozhin's march on Moscow end up being removed from their jobs, and that's the Defense Minister Shoigu, the head of the Ukrainian campaign, Gerasimov, and Chief of Staff, still, he's really crossed the Rubicon here, frankly, taking control of Rostov, moving through Voronezh, blockades put into Lipetsk, and putting that kind of military pressure on Putin, causing Putin to make that very stern speech today. It's quite clear that, to me, it will be hard to suddenly put the clock back and have Prigozhin a valued member of the Russian military establishment. So I think there are more details to come from this. I'm sure there are some who will say it's smart of Prigozhin not to send a relatively small column of Wagner forces into the massive million-strong metropolis of Moscow, where they're bound to, frankly, get lost amongst police forces trying to control such a vast area. But it is fair to look at the last 24 hours as a time which has significantly weakened Vladimir Putin, and I don't think we fully know the entirety of how that's played out. Startling to see this, and a remarkable moment of Prigozhin suddenly, it seems, deciding to de-escalate. But he is vague about where his columns will be. In field camps, he says, they'll go after they've turned round. That could mean on the way to Moscow. It could mean all the way back in Rostov or even in Ukraine. That's, I think, for him to elaborate upon. But startling, too, to see the Belarusian president, Alexander Lukashenko, a man who Putin is often used as sort of a subordinate to be ordered around, to sort of intervene, it seems, at this last moment, and really save Putin from the potential of some sort of armed insurrection. So I think a lot more information we need to learn about this, but the threat for now lessened, but we still just don't know, frankly, what got us to this moment.
And indeed, Natasha, let's go to you because, you know, obviously the White House, the president, his NATO allies, G7 allies, they also were caught somewhat off guard. They also thought that this was a very serious challenge and potentially showing the fragility of the Putin regime. What are we hearing more now about the president, you know, the military in the United States, heads of the military? What are they doing and thinking right now?
Yeah, Christian. Well, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, he was scheduled to take a trip to the Middle East this weekend to Israel and Jordan, and that trip has now been canceled so that he can stay in Washington to monitor the developments unfolding in Russia and, of course, brief President Biden. The same thing really with the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan. He was supposed to go to Denmark this weekend for a conference. He instead participated virtually and will be going to Camp David with President Biden to monitor all of these very fast-moving developments coming out of Russia. So U.S. officials were clearly caught off guard by the speed with which this unfolded on Friday and really escalated into today. And of course, this further.
Call of Duty predicted this event? No. You know who fucking predicted the event? Not Call of Duty.
Good news first. The world's in great shape. We've got a civil war.
You know who predicted this event? Hideo fucking Kojima, baby. I mean, come on. Military sans frontières? Like, military without borders, dude? Come on. Fucking PMCs, dog.
War in Russia. Government loyalty against ultra-nationalist rebels. And 15,000 nukes at stake.
Just another day at the office.
Good news first. The world's in great shape. We've got a civil war in Russia. Government loyalists against ultranationalist rebels. And 15,000 nukes at stake.
Just saying. Prigozhin getting ratioed on Telegram? No fucking shot. What? Prigozhin got fucking ratioed on Telegram. Wagner is dissolving as we speak. Military Sans Frontières. Arigato Kojima-san. Thanks for bringing fantasy into reality. I mean, he's kind of the best. Check my last message about today's event summary. What is important to point out is that Prigozhin among Russian nationals has much bigger figure and respect than Putin does, but Wagner has just 25,000 ex-prisoners. There's no shot they will get any kind of success. Also, Prigozhin had big hopes for the support of Air Force General Surovikin, but it turned out he is not on Prigozhin's side. Everyone is on Putin's side, including Prigozhin. I still don't know what the reason for what this was, okay? I don't really know how this happened. I don't really know why this happened. I am a firm believer that, everything that happens in Russia is done with the prior go-ahead and knowledge of Vladimir Putin, no matter how insane it is. So that's it. Oh, you got the wrong one, but thank you. Did you get one only?
I got 3.
Oh, okay. There's no way a coup will happen in Russia. There's no way. See, there you go. I called it.
What?
There's no way a coup will happen. No, I'm kidding. I said that yesterday as a joke so that it will happen, but also I wasn't really super on board with that either. Hasan sensing Erdogan vibes on this. I mean, there's no way Putin approved it. It makes him look insanely weak. There's now Russian civilians chanting Wagner and praising them. I mean, I don't know how much of that is what you've seen on fucking Twitter. I don't know. I legitimately have no fucking clue. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I get it. I don't think anyone understands it. I don't think Russian people understand it. I don't think a single person knows what the fuck's going on. No coup in Russia, not with Putin, not with the internet propaganda, not with the smooth brains that he said, said the propaganda clause. What about conspiracy theories that this is all orchestrated to hide Russian troop movements? I don't know. It says Wagner is trending in Japan right there. I don't see it. Quite possible the U.S. intelligence community knew more about what Prigozhin was planning than the Kremlin. U.S. intelligence officials briefed congressional leaders known as a Gang of 8 in recent days on potentially concerning Wagner movements and equipment buildups near Russia. 2 people told me. It was unclear what was going to happen and when, however. Wagner shot down a bunch of Russian aircraft and killed some airmen, so I don't think it was a fake. Yeah, I mean, it feels like they, I mean, maybe Prigozhin isn't, maybe he isn't being dishonest. He literally is fucking annoyed with the MOD. Maybe that's why he wanted to do this. I don't know. CIA knows what Putin's having for breakfast before he does at this point. Yeah.
These further developments causing even greater whiplash. But we are told that U.S. intelligence actually did see signs that Prigozhin was perhaps preparing some kind of significant challenge to Russia's military leadership. And actually, intelligence officials briefed congressional leadership earlier this week on the...
Prigozhin is one of those guys who looks like an earthworm but has a beautiful family, Emhud says, which is such... This is just the most basic Russian. This is how every Russian family looks. Straight up. with the dude looking hurt as fuck, okay? And then like a beautiful wife and a beautiful child. Says you, what the fuck? This is just like my experience from growing up in Turkey, okay? Like, we would go to Antalya and we would see this like a million times, okay? Just some hurt-looking, drunk motherfucker who's like hard to look at, okay? With a beautiful family. Anyway, the least depressed Slavic man. Yeah.
The potential that Prigozhin could make some kind of a dramatic move. Now, it wasn't clear when that would happen or what the ultimate aim of that would actually be. Would he try to march towards Moscow? Would he try to pose a challenge to the Russian president directly? Or would this simply be a confrontation with Russian military leadership? They didn't know, but what they did see were signs that Prigozhin was massing military equipment in concerning areas, that he was perhaps building up his forces near Russia. And so all of this contributed to a picture that was still a bit hazy around the edges, but that U.S. officials did see was cause for concern. Christian.
Natasha, thanks. Steve Hall, you have, studied this stuff with your intelligence hat as a CIA analyst for many, many years. So if you were to analyze right now, do you see this as a significant threat that Putin was able to sort of cleverly head off? Or that he's actually really in control and Prigozhin was throwing, his toys out of the pram again, like he did on Armistice Day, threatening to do this, that, and the other, until he didn't, and he stayed in Ukraine with his forces. What do you think is going on?
Well, Christiane, I wish I could say that I had been an analyst, but unfortunately I was an ops officer, but I'll give it a shot anyway. I don't think this is not over by any way, shape, or form. I don't think we're going to wake up either tomorrow morning or Monday morning and say, wow, that was interesting, I'm glad it's over. There is little doubt in my mind that Prigozhin must have done some significant planning before he started his activities. So he didn't just wake up this morning and say, how about we do this, or even a week or a month ago. He has to have some of the Siloviki, some of the most senior Putin guys, at least aware.
Is this just going to be a repeat of the coup in China last year that ended up being nothing but Western dreaming? Dude, no. Okay? This was very real. Like, let's not, make no mistake, okay? I always tell you when, like, Western media is, like, hyping some shit up, but this wasn't nothing. Like, this was still a very serious thing. In my opinion, like, the least impactful reason for why it happened was, maybe like money or what he's literally fucking complaining about, which is more funds for the Wagner soldiers and replenishing their munitions and whatnot. Or the most impactful reason why it could have happened, this is again speculative, is because he like legitimately is either getting paid by the CIA or wants to overtake. Wants to actually take over the MOD in its entirety, or even, take down Vladimir Putin or something. So it was definitely an attempted coup. I don't think it was like, I don't think it was like bullshit. People say China is going to fall apart tomorrow every fucking day. It's entirely different than that. This was a real thing. Sure, maybe people were, no, it wasn't Hasan. Bro, come on. They put fucking, Wagner was pissed about Bakhmut and getting shot by Russia. Everything is cool now. I think he's just mad about Bakhmut. No, it wasn't Hasan. Bro, even if you're mad about getting fucking bombed, okay, by the Russian Air Force, even if you're getting mad about that, turning a fucking convoy around and saying you're going into the heart of Moscow and like actually overtaking the Southern Military Command Center is not normal. Like that, you can't just act like this is something that happens all the fucking time. It does happen all the time throughout history when wars are being lost, okay? That's not a fucking normal situation at all. Come on, dude.
of his concerns and perhaps willing to look the other way as he starts to do things like either march towards Moscow or take over, larger cities and Russian military garrisons in the country. That's not something that you just do and be willing to suffer the consequences unless you have at least some tacit support inside the Kremlin. Now, it's entirely possible that what he has decided is that, okay, now is not the time. Or it's possible that some of these folks that he's been talking to, probably not Putin, inside.
I think this is also important. The MOD made PMC sign a contract that disbands them and integrates them into the army, and Prigozhin didn't want to lose his power at the head of Wagner. Is the detail everyone's missing. I think that it's more so a power struggle that it seems like it's a power struggle internally within the Russian forces between the private military leadership and also the conventional forces within the Russian military.
The Kremlin have said, wait a minute, now's not the best time. So my theory is that what he's doing is perhaps he's slowing down for now, having made a very important point to Putin, and I think having weakened Putin significantly. The Lukashenko part of this, Lukashenko's a puppet. These are table scraps for him. It's stuff that makes him look like the big man that he wants to be, and every once in a while Putin will send him something. I don't think it's incredibly important, and I don't believe that he was instrumental in reaching some sort of agreement with Prigozhin on this one.
Back now to our breaking news. The leader of the mercenary group, the Wagner group, announced that he's turning his forces away from their march towards...
This is so funny, dude. He's like, all right, we're done. He's like, we're good. Didn't they like take down a fucking Russian helicopter or some shit too in the process? All right. It's fine. Not going to Moscow. Fuck it. Pack it up, boys. We're good. Here's what OSINTdefender is saying. According to Russian state media, major changes to the leadership of the Russian Ministry of Defense, including changes to the current defense minister Sergei Shoigu and the Army Chief of General Staff Valery Gerasimov, have reportedly been agreed upon in order to stop the march of the Wagner PMC group towards the capital of Moscow. These negotiations have also reportedly included the assured security of the Wagner group. These negotiations are also reported to have included a stipulation that the majority of Wagner PMC forces will be redeployed out of Russia and Ukraine to Africa. Those two better not go near any windows for the next few months. No, I think he'll just fucking... Sounds like they went on strike to me. Good for them. So you were wrong about Ukraine and now about Russia? Fuck it, I'm saying it. Russia will collapse? Wait, what? No, I not say that at all. What the fuck are you talking about? It's got to be bait, right? Africa, bro, Russia's actually going to lose? No, Wagner already operates mostly in Africa and Syria. What do you mean? Guys, they're mercs. They were already predominantly operating in Africa, so he's just sending him over there. There's a lot of PMCing you can do in Africa, yeah, to combat malaria. As usual, Twitter opinions attacking you for things you didn't say, lol. Yeah. Yeah, Wagner owns gold mines all throughout Africa and does human trafficking. Fun stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a 45-minute Wagner thing by the Wall Street Journal. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't have 45 minutes to watch that because I am going to become a samurai. Okay?
Moscow, that is Yevgeny Prigozhin. And it comes amid a deal apparently brokered by the Belarusian president, Alexander Lukashenko. Joining me now is the former Russian foreign minister, Andrei Kozyrev. Welcome back to our program, Andrei Kozyrev. You were foreign minister from 1990 to 96. That includes the time when Gorbachev suffered a coup. So I just want to ask you, what do you think was going on? Was Prigozhin trying to conduct a coup? What actually do you think his motivation was?
Well, it's very difficult to pass a final judgment, but I believe that it's just a traditional Kremlin's fight or bulldogs fight under the rug, you know. But now it came to the open because it's different time. It's time of information era, and especially in time of the war, which they cannot win, at least, if not are losing. So under these circumstances, it's kind of fight on their rug and even on camera. But I mean, it's deadly fight, but it's also a reality show. And these guys are all of the same kind of league, all of the same gang, rather. They are gangsters fighting for their piece of pie, and pie is becoming thinner because of the war, because of the sanctions, and the fight becomes thicker, so to say. The fight becomes more intensive.
So Andrei Kozyrev, do you include Putin in this gang as a gangster? And do you think he is strengthened or weakened by this?
Absolutely. He is probably godfather of the whole arrangement. You know...
Yeah, that was my favorite shit. That was my fucking favorite shit, was looking at Twitter and seeing, like, Russians just hanging out while, like, the Wagner boys were assuming, like, military positions, you know what I mean? They were like, what the fuck? Is this not working? Yo, this one sucks. Yeah, they were bringing him food and water, which I thought was odd, but also they were just like fucking chilling. There was a guy who was like cleaning the street. He's like, yeah, it's my job. I'm gonna keep doing my job. Fuck you. You know? Slav squatting at the coup. Yeah. These motherfuckers are unshakable, dude. The good old bulldog fight under the rug. They had a parade for when Wagner was leaving, casually buying vodka, giving the Wagner guys the vodka.
Oh, Prigozhin was his creature. He created Prigozhin, and he owns a Belarusian dictator who depends totally on his support because people there are against the dictator. So those are all participants in the same vaudeville, so to say, in the same drama, if you want. And yes, of course, Putin is one of those. It well might be that Prigozhin really wants to unseat Putin, but I don't believe he ever thought of that. And probably he could, even if he has an upper hand, he probably will keep Putin as a front man, as a puppet, because it's very convenient. Yes, but if he does not have the ultimate kind of upper hand, they will kind of try to find a, an agreement. They are bargaining now behind the scenes, and but it does not mean that they would not use force for this bargain.
Okay, so let me ask you a final question. When we first had you on after Putin's invasion, this latest invasion of Ukraine, you said that when Putin makes that kind of move, he has to be punched back strong in the nose. That's the only language he understands. Do you think Ukraine and its Western backers have punched Putin strongly enough in the nose?
Unfortunately not, but there is still chance and there is still necessity, especially under the circumstances when those bulldogs are now fighting almost openly. That's the right time to give Ukraine the most powerful, most modern weapons and make their offensive successful and end the war. If the West helps Ukraine to end the war fast, then it will be of much less importance what kind of, it will go on, this fight of the bulldogs there. So it's okay, let them do it in their cage, but not on Ukrainian soil.
What we know now is that Yevgeny Prigozhin has agreed to turn round his columns on the way to Moscow, and they've gone back to field camps. We've seen video of some of those Wagner fighters leaving the Rostov-on-Don city, that southern military stronghold that they took over last night and seemed to walk into, they said, without even firing a shot. They're leaving. He indeed himself was pictured in an SUV wearing a baseball cap in that city. It seems driving out and being cheered by locals. So that answers one question the Kremlin weren't able to answer themselves. Where is Yevgeny Prigozhin? He seems to be leaving Rostov. But the Kremlin also offered a very elaborate series of solutions to how today has finally come to an end. In their statements, they think Yevgeny Prigozhin is now bound for Belarus. Interestingly, Belarus's president stepped forward, and Russian state media has backed that up to suggest that he played a role as kind of an intermediary here, getting Yevgeny Prigozhin to agree to stand down at the behest of Vladimir Putin. We also know that Wagner fighters who were involved in this particular march on Moscow, as it's been termed by some, they will not face prosecution. The Kremlin saying that their bravery on the front lines has been recognized, and that those who were not involved in the march could in fact join the Russian Ministry of Defense. So an utterly bizarre, sudden 180 towards the end of today, where Yevgeny Prigozhin, by his own suggestion, was 125 miles outside of the outskirts of the capital city, unimpeded, frankly, all that way, bar some minor clashes perhaps with helicopters on that main highway, suddenly decides to change his mind, and then according to...
The part I don't understand is why this dude is getting dapped up by not just like old people, but young people too. Like, I don't know if that's like a commonly shared sentiment or whatever. I don't know if it's like where he is in Russia and like their own political perspective or whatever. But it is odd. They are the heroes of Bakhmut, and yes, it's common because he's epic to them. Like, tired of the regime, just want other people in power, even though they're much worse. Like, I kind of don't understand it because, like, on the one hand, like, if you like Wagner, you're supposed to like them because they're fucking ruthless, right? He was a legendary caterer. Yeah, they like Prigozhin because he's so good. My adoring public, yo, it's him, the coup meister. We love you, sir. Good luck in Belarus. Me, unaware that I've just been fed 50 times the lethal dose of polonium in a meatball sub. Aw, shucks. You fans are the ones who really make the Wagner PMC great. Are you ready? Or obviously not, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. As a local, I'd say it's more likely going to be younger people that would like him. Older people see him as a thug gang leader mostly. Keep in mind he was in jail for multiple offenses, only amnestied by Fucking Gorby government.
Is this the Wagner leader?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thoughts on the thing that Wagner wants more power so they can pursue the war on their own terms and be more effective in killing? I believe that. You know what I mean?
This like kind of feels like a labor movement.
I mean, it is. Kazan kaldırıyorlar. That is the real historic precedent for what they did. The Janissaries, as I told you guys before, were the most effective, like Ottoman Empire military group. They were the best fighters. They were like the specialists, and they would regularly have. It wasn't a mutiny, but they would regularly have strikes. Revolving around pay for the most part, or revolving around changes that were being made to the military or something like that. You know what I mean? They would strike at the top of the hour when there's a 3-minute ad break because they still haven't gotten gifted a sub by MK34 MKD50, who's gifted 5,000 subs at this point. If you still haven't gotten one, you're just not getting it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. Okay? But yeah.
That was gentle, but it was a good segue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which, by the way, at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with Twitch Prime. So, hey, Bozo, thank you for the 5 gifted. 34 MKD 50 with another 50. At this point, it's like out of control. I don't know what to say about that. Seems like it checks out to me. I think they're pro-war and just want more efficient in achieving the overall goal. They're still evil as fuck.
Hey, mercenary group is pro-war.
XVX Colin, thank you for the 20 gifted. Yes, they are a mercenary group. They are pro-war, yes. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
The Kremlin is now part of a deal where he just agrees to go into exile in Belarus and be done with it, or without facing prosecution. It's an utterly baffling turn of events here. Vladimir Putin began the day angrily denouncing an armed insurrection, its blackmail, its terrorist methods, and now appears to have struck a deal with Prigozhin, who will essentially, it seems, if this is really the case, that the Kremlin's version of events will go into effect, will now be safe in Belarus. It will have an impact on Russia's positions on the front lines, because Wagner have been key fighters there, certainly. But I've got to tell you, Wolf, it feels like we're missing some key facts here. It feels like we're missing something in the negotiations with Prigozhin, or something in his calculations. Did this just a long-planned effort, it seems, go too frighteningly well? Did he find himself too close to Moscow and decide to pull back? Has something else gone on that we're not aware of? It doesn't really make sense at this particular stage. What it does do, though, is embarrass the Kremlin and certainly show that Vladimir Putin is not the all-powerful man in Russia that he appeared to be more of 24 hours ago, Wolf.
It's also, as you say, utterly bizarre, and clearly Putin is vulnerable right now. Nick Payton-Walsh reporting for us. Stay with us. U.S. intelligence has been closely monitoring this situation. I want to go to our chief national security correspondent, Jim Sciutto. He's joining us live right now. You have some new reporting, I understand, Jim, about what U.S. intelligence actually knew leading up to these truly extraordinary and historic events.
That's right, Wolf. U.S. Western intelligence, its partners, have been watching Russia, of course, very closely for some time. But in recent days, they had detected preparations. They believe that Prigozhin was making preparations and planning for a major challenge to Russian military leadership in recent days and weeks. They were surprised by the speed of his operation in the last 24 hours, but were not surprised that this challenge had taken place. They'd seen a number of preparations in the lead up to this, the massing of weapons, contacts with regular Russian army units, and then, of course, his very public statements critical of Russian military leadership, and right up to Vladimir Putin in recent days and weeks as well. And they saw all those signals and saw those as preparations for some.
The Z-Patriots like Prigozhin because he's hardcore and wants to do the war right. People on the opposition like him because he's creating chaos in an oscillated regime. That's interesting. I mean, it's like strange bedfellows type situation.
Serious challenge to Russian military leadership, which is what we seem to have seen play out over these tumultuous last 24 hours. I will say that during that time frame, another thing they were watching closely as Prigozhin marched his forces first to Rostov-on-Don and then further, at least towards Moscow, was how much or how many Russian regular army units would join him in that. Early on, as we were discussing earlier in the day, they noticed that many Russian units did not seem to be challenging Prigozhin's advance, though not perhaps joining him, but at least not challenging him, letting him pass by. What isn't clear is that there was a critical mass of other forces joining him in this challenge here, and that could have been an influential factor in what we've seen just in these last couple of hours there, a reversal by Prigozhin and his forces, and now seeing them leave, head back to their camps, to their bases.
Very important indeed. Our Jim Sciutto reporting for us. Thank you. CNN's Ben Wiedemann is also tracking what's going on. He's getting reaction from inside Ukraine. He's live in Zaporizhia in the war zone in Ukraine. He's joining us right now. So, Ben, what are you learning? What's the situation there?
Well, I must say, Wolf, it has been a long, strange day. This morning, when everyone here in Ukraine learned that at 7:30 a.m. local time, that Prigozhin and his men appeared to have seized some critical military facilities in southern Russia, in Rostov-on-Don, it seemed that perhaps Russia was on the brink of something huge. Ukrainian officials started talking about perhaps this is the beginning of the collapse of the Russian state, perhaps the beginning of a civil war. Even President Zelensky, in his nightly address to the nation, suggested that perhaps Vladimir Putin was on the run.
Ben Wiedemann reporting from Zaporizhia in Ukraine. Ben, thank you very much. Stay safe over there, as I say to you every day. CNN's Nick Payton Walsh is back with us. I also want to bring in retired General Wesley Clark, the former NATO Supreme Allied Commander, and retired Colonel Cedric Leighton, both CNN
Look at these
military
fucking generals,
analysts.
dude.
General Clark, Moscow was bracing for a potential Wagner assault. There's no doubt about that. Yet now the Kremlin says they've struck a deal with Prigozhin. What's your reaction to these late-breaking developments?
I agree with what Nick said, that we don't have all the facts. There are missing facts here. Here's a couple of things that don't add up. Number one is, do we really know that there was a rocket strike on Prigozhin's troops? We don't really know that.
Lemon party reunion
video
over
of
here.
it, but we don't have any evidence of that. We do know that.
Why do they both look ghoulish? What do you mean? They're fucking retired generals, man. Of course they look ghoulish. They're like, they got pure evil. Wesley Clark is an interesting guy, though. I mean, out of all American generals, he's like, he's definitely a bit of an oddball.
That tactical nuclear weapons
His
have been
politics are
supposedly moved
interesting.
into Belarus. Is it possible that this is all a sort of Maskirovka distraction to be able to redeploy the Wagner Group troops into Belarus? We don't know that. We don't really understand the essence of the deal. So there's a lot of facts here that don't make sense, but
The craziest thing is that Prigozhin said that the special military operation in Ukraine was a mistake and a cash grab for the elites, which is a big no-no to say in Russia. So it's weird because, like, he's ultra-nationalist. So what the fuck does that mean? I remember hearing about that and not fully understanding it. Like, it's not like he's anti-war. He's a fucking mercenary. I don't think he said it like that. And I think that was a mistranslation or wishful thinking by people who wanted to present him as like a possible anti-Putin, anti-war, or anti-war in Ukraine guy. He's an ultra-nationalist who's upset at the way that the war is being waged. Okay? Like, he wants to do it better. Like, he wants to be more ruthless. He wants to be more efficient. He wants to... You know what I mean? It's not like he's saying, like, oh, we need to do peace, actually. I want to go back to fucking catering. He's like, why haven't you given me hammers to kill civilians with? I don't understand it. We need more hammers on the fucking front lines. It wasn't a mistranslation. I heard him say it. Yeah, I think he said, like, nothing special happened on the 24th of February. And it was started under bullshit pretenses. Specifically, not because of some tactical interests, but specifically so that Shoigu could get a second medal, and that all of Putin's MOD are basically leading him astray. They're like lying to him. Why is Hasan acting like he knows Russian more than translators? I don't. What? Who are the translators? I'm talking to chat. It still doesn't make sense though why he said what he said about, dude, what is happening? Will has not responded to me. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, wake up. Wake up, samurai. We got a city to burn, you know?
It doesn't seem that Prigozhin is the kind of person who would have launched something like this, prepared for it, and then suddenly just decide, well, I don't seem to have the troop support. I think I'll just cut a deal and go into exile in Belarus. This is a man who controls Syria. He's got troops all over Africa. He's bringing in gold. He's worth a lot of money. There's a lot more here that we're not seeing yet.
I suspect you're absolutely right. Colonel Layton, we do have some new video of Prigozhin supposedly leaving Rostov-on-Don military headquarters with crowds cheering him. Does Putin still see Prigozhin as a threat as long as Prigozhin is still alive?
Well, that I think is one possibility, Wolf. That he is still a threat. This, I agree with General Clark. This is one of the most bizarre situations that we've dealt with in a long time. The other possibility is that this is a huge masquerade that's been staged for everybody's benefit to get them to believe that something is going on when it really isn't. And that's I think one of the possibilities. And the possibility, as General Clark mentioned, of them going into Belarus, something that has to be considered. The possibility that they might be redeploying within Ukraine to some other area that is perhaps weaker now because of some other things. That's also possible. So there are a lot of things that could still happen. He could still be considered a threat by Putin because the language was very strong this morning in Putin's speech. But there's something that is not quite adding up here.
Jill, as you know, the Kremlin now says the criminal case against Prigozhin will be dropped. So what does all this reveal about Vladimir Putin's grasp on power right now?
Well, I still think that he is in a very weakened position after this. I mean, after all, a rebellion almost getting to Moscow, there's no question. And he's also left with this dilemma of what do you do with Prigozhin? I mean, Prigozhin is a time bomb. And they know it. So this idea that you get him out of Russia, you send him to Belarus, it sounds a little strange, but I cannot imagine that Prigozhin would continue to be in Russia because every day that he's there, he's a potential threat. I mean, what Prigozhin wants is to get rid of the leadership of the military. Does he want Putin to go? Not necessarily, but he's been very critical in effect by saying what he said, that Putin was misled by his military. So it is a very confusing situation, but I think, I was asking myself, why would they let Lukashenko do this deal? And I do think that if Putin were to negotiate directly with Prigozhin, it would put them on the same level. Putin could never do that. So he gets Lukashenko, who owes him a lot, to do the deal, but the deal still leaves all of these questions. Does Wagner disband? Where do they go? Do they go back to fight? Do they even exist? What happens to all the lucrative business that Prigozhin has from Wagner? It's really quite extraordinary.
Yeah, lots of questions still unfolding right now. General Hertling, how incredible is it that this power struggle between the Russian military on the one hand and Prigozhin and his Wagner troops spiraled this far?
Wolf, that is a great question. And what's fascinating, in all organizational militaries, you have unique personalities, some with a lot of ego. As Jill just mentioned, Prigozhin is, I would say, not just a time bomb, but he's a free-floating electron. He's all over the place. And what you're talking about with Prigozhin and Shoigu, neither one of them are professional military men. They have not grown up in the military. They're play acting in this. They have not subjugated their forces to the security of Russia. They have forces that are pledged to them. It's phenomenal. I was thinking as I was watching the film, some of which you're showing right now, the soldiers that are walking around as part of the Wagner group under Prigozhin's command, what the hell are they thinking right now? What is their mission? What's their mission set? It's certainly not to serve Russia. It's to serve this personality. And the ego is off the chart. It's narcissistic. And truthfully, there are a lot of losers from what occurred over the last 24 hours. There will be continued losers. And I believe both Putin, Shoigu, and Prigozhin are all losers in this outcome.
Dmitry, you're an expert in this whole area. What do you think?
No, I absolutely agree. I mean, the fact that Prigozhin's Wagner group, this armored column, was able to reach within about 150 miles of Moscow without the combined forces of the Russian Ministry of Defense, the interior forces, the intelligence services of the FSB, as well as the Rosgvardia, the National Guard, being able to stop them is truly remarkable and indicates how weak the whole system has become. I mean, this is almost, they've reached as far as Hitler did in 1941, right on the outskirts of Moscow. Truly remarkable. And even after Putin had declared that these traitors have to be crushed, the Russian military still was unable to stop them.
You think he should, Prigozhin, Dmitry, should fear for his life right now?
Yeah. I mean, $34 MKD, thank you for the 50 gifted, by the way. CNN is so horny about Wagner war criminals. I mean, this is like content. It's interesting. It fucks up Russia's bag. I get why there's a lot of intrigue on a story like this. It's like a win-win-win, you know? It's odd. It's an odd situation. Totally get why people are fucking lasered in on this, especially with the way that it ended. I just don't fucking know. I don't understand it. I still don't understand it. I've read a lot on it. I watched so much on it. And yet I still cannot fully grasp why it happened and how it unfolded in the way that it did and how it ended.
I think it's too early to say. This deal may very well hold. And in fact, the right way to think about the Russian system in general is, for those of you who like the Godfather movie, it's as if the Barzini crime family negotiated a deal between Vito Corleone and the other rival family. These are essentially mafia figures. And sometimes in these mafia gangland shootouts, what's known in Russian as Razborki, sometimes you have deaths of leaders. Sometimes you have sit-downs that result in peace. It may not be durable peace, but sometimes they agree to move on.
Your team might be mad that I'm putting you on.
Love these analogies. Oh, Hasan Minhaj talked to Bardock, no bummer, but obviously I don't got fucking 30 minutes to do that. But I do wanna give a quick shout out to our big boy, our love. That's right, Donald Trump.
But the Presidential Records Act, which is not even mentioned in this ridiculous 44-page indictment of me. I didn't know about that. You know, when I graduated from the Wharton School of Finance, we didn't study being indicted, getting arrested, going to jail. We didn't know about that. They never taught us that.
I did everything right and they indicted me. He's right. Yeah. You see this clip from the H.
Show us child pornography. Show us child pornography.
What the fuck? That's actually pretty funny. The only time where that is allowed. The only time where you can say that catchphrase, feeling bad for anyone who listens out loud. Yeah. Howie Mandel is my OCD brother. Bro, they showed a whole ass prolapsed anus video at the HG Live show. Someone threw up in the crowd. No. Here's another Trump clip. Will you be streaming your Samurai Training? Yes.
Records Act, which is civil, not criminal. It's done in 1977, civil. I had every right to have these documents, personal belongings, in boxes. Joe Biden didn't. Even Mike Pence didn't have that right. They weren't covered by the Presidential Records Act. I was, because I was president, but they weren't. But these scoundrels and thugs, they only come after me. They didn't go after the many, many other presidents that kept their documents. You know about it. Many, many others. If you look at the Bush family, if you look at even Jimmy Carter, and I'd say he's innocent. I say Jimmy Carter's innocent. But they went after me. They didn't go after anybody else.
I did everything right, and they indicted me.
Oh, Trump, stop. What happened?
I did everything right, and they indicted me.
Oh, I'm so happy. I love that clip. That clip lives in my heart. That clip lives in my soul. That clip lives in my mind, okay? It's so fucking good. What a content machine he is.
They went after me criminally, and it's not a criminal violation. It's not even a violation under the Presidential Records Act. And what could... Under the Presidential Records Act, which is civil, not criminal.
By the way, we are going to a martial arts studio, for the record, where they will be giving us kimonos, like traditional kimonos, and teaching us how to use a katana. The person who's going to be teaching us how to use a katana is a literal master, okay? I'm just letting you know. Shit is gonna be poppin', dude. Look. This is me living out my Steven Seagal fantasies, okay? Our friend Cherry has informed them ahead of time that I am tall and very big, so hopefully I will have a kimono. But if I don't have one, if I can't fit into one, that's why I'm wearing that's why I'm going to be wearing the djembe. Never mention that name until you watch season 2. This guy, Mershon22, is the #1 Steven Seagal fan. Like, it's crazy. He loses his fucking mind. Every day, he's like, when are we watching Steven Seagal season 2? He's fucking so crazy. Bro, VCT starting in 30 minutes, huh? Yeah, I'm not going to VCT right now. I was going to go later, and I, as a matter of fact, might not go at all. Okay? Have you met up with Target? Yeah. I hung out with Target a bunch. Look at your little angel. Oh my god.
Every win, every loss.
Okay, I gotta remember to take
Heavily
those.
used. They're called the sussy shorts.
No.
Actually, it's like, no,
those are
what you've been
launch.
sleeping in the last couple of months, right?
Not wearing these ever.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Actually,
no.
I said Leslie,
Oh
message
my
me if you go to the
God.
pool. And then the next day you posted pictures at the pool.
She's loving it.
Message.
Yeah, no,
So you
like-
know they're unused.
Well, you were at the convention, you know, you had a panel.
She's loving it.
You had things going on. It's your fault that you weren't at the pool. Anyway.
She's having the time of her life, dude.
Thank you. I don't have the box. box, so you have to trust I'm not poisoning you.
That's okay.
But also, if you turn it around, it says it.
What does it say roofie on the back?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
God.
Thank you, Psycho.
Kaya, no
Al.
bites. No bites.
No bites.
Kaya, no bites.
Take it if stuff kicks in. Can you take
Kaya,
them with alcohol?
Yeah. Oh, it's usually better to take it before you feel anything.
Here, put this in her mouth.
That's true.
Would you like this? Would you like this?
Thank you, Psycho. Thank you, best friend.
Thank you for saving his life.
You saved a life today, Psycho.
Oh my god.
Okay.
To get that.
You see, he's finally feel like it's kicking in.
Yes, you feel it, right?
Yeah, I feel
I'm
so
stressed.
That'll be $100. I'm more worried about progressing her training. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like she is getting used to being around people, but I would feel so bad returning her back to Hasan, and she's just a demon. No.
Awesome. You're the problem.
It would be me. No.
Sick prank. Reverse train her.
I want to
She does.
Does Kai have more friends than you? Right now, she does.
No bites. Kaya, no bites.
Kaya has been able to get Jack
It's because she gets hot and overstimulated.
Oh yeah.
on her podcast, on her broadcast before me. I've been asking this motherfucker to come on my pod for like a year and a half now.
Mika don't know.
Mika don't know.
You know, you didn't don't know.
Oh no.
I saw it in chat.
Wait, Mika, don't
That's very considerate of you, but Mika, okay,
Yeah.
fine. Okay, no.
All right.
Okay,
It takes me a long time to get used to people.
Yeah, long time. Forever. Never.
Mika got scared of me until I like was living there for like a month or two.
Fuck, I'm trying to speed run.
Yeah. No, she's more. He's more open.
Okay.
Now, I think.
Yeah.
Connor Dog, Virginia.
It's not that he was never friend. Like she was really shy.
Gotta get Jack, Ethan, and Mark at once.
It takes a long time. It takes. I was there for like a month.
He doesn't like overhand, but underhand.
Okay, all right, underhand. Okay,
He doesn't like
all right,
over
all
the
right.
ears.
Okay, hello. All right.
Sniff my
You are loving
Rocky
life.
went up and sniffed you guys. Is very.
You want
good.
this? Yeah.
He's improved a lot.
Yeah.
Oh
good
my gosh,
job.
look at her. She's so like half her body is on the couch right
Yeah.
now. She's so crazy.
I feel like she's so big. No matter where she goes, half her body's.
You getting in the food bag?
No alcohol for you.
She's trying to get wasted.
You can't. You're underage. You're underage. You cannot.
Technically true. That is.
You were so
definitely
cute.
true.
Yeah, when you're 21 months.
Yeah, 21 months. You're 18 months right now.
You're legal in Europe.
You're fighting a battle.
18 months?
I don't think you're gonna.
Weeks?
18 weeks.
We still doing weeks?
What?
Yes, 18 weeks.
What the?
Jack just realized how fucking big of a dog she is.
I do think she looks more like the Saint Bernard part of her. Kind of. You think she
You're
looks more
losing
mastiff?
this. There's no way. There's no way you win.
She loves it. She's very
It's
playful.
like pulling a bus.
Has Hasan been taking pictures like every week holding her? Because he should be.
Oh, he was doing that. His going live
Yeah.
videos are normally him holding her.
Wait, it's that dog? That dog was tiny.
That dog was like.
Yeah, I remember like
I just
tiny
realized.
puppy pictures.
What the heck?
Yeah,
It's
no,
all the
she's
McNuggets.
quite literally bigger than me already. It's crazy.
Oh, I just didn't
So
want to
big.
see.
How big do these dogs get? How big?
Like a horse.
I know.
Like
she really was
100 something pounds?
Like
Well, like
120, I think, for the like purebred males to Ben Mastiff, but she's mixed and she's also female, so I think she's gonna be.
she'll probably be like 50 kilos.
I think she'll.
Thank you, Metric Gang. Shout out.
Yeah, I need in
pounds,
the normal units, please.
How many is a kilo? Is that?
I
It's like
don't
1.6.
know. Oh,
No,
yeah.
two-
It's like 2.2 pounds.
40
Yes, you're right. Sorry, I'm thinking of miles.
I think I spoil her too much.
6K, you know.
I'm realizing
Half of
that
everyone here is from
having a
out
bit
of
of
the country.
FOMO.
Oh.
I am having a bit of FOMO. I miss her so much.
Well, there's 9 of us. What do you want me to say?
Like, you know, becoming a samurai is good, but I miss my dog.
Keep her popped up, Psycho.
We have been
Don't let her
drinking
fall.
Keep her going.
ahead of time. We did pregame.
A little bit. Okay.
So the plan today was to play Jackbox, but it's only it feels too stressful. I don't know if you
We
guys
can
enjoy
play other games. We can do other things. Like
What's
what?
the other things?
Well, there's
We do
like
anything
Never
else.
Have I Ever. That's a fun one. You can drink if you put a finger down.
Oh God.
We could also just
I don't
all
think we should
drink
do
over and over again.
Or we could just keep chugging. Or we could play Waterfall over and over and over. Every person takes a chance doing Waterfall.
Someone's
Waterfall.
dying.
Waterfall.
How do I explain
waterfall? Who
You
knows?
drink, and then
Waterfall?
everyone keeps drinking until the first person stops.
Yeah, so you go around in a circle. So like,
What?
we would all drink, and like if I'm the first person,
You have to-
Leslie's
that's
like in trouble. So I
impossible.
drink, and then
Wow,
when I
this
stop, then Ray can stop. Then
You know what I mean?
I think Mio should drink.
I already did 3
That's not even a
shots.
Really?
game.
3
It's
shots?
just alcoholism.
Okay, I feel like she's in her Ajima era.
I know.
That's just
I gotta
alcoholism,
stop.
guys. It's not a game.
Waterfall's like a
There's no
sub game in another game.
You're just drinking. There's no
You guys have any
She's
better
so
ideas? I'm just offering ideas.
Okay, well, there's a lot of people in the
Not
chat that
ideas.
can offer
I didn't
ideas.
even realize that.
Yeah, that's
Right,
yeah,
chat
put it on the
can pick.
chat.
I think
Yeah,
it's
turn it
us.
on the chat.
Yeah, you guys host
I like that. I like this.
Chat is going to pick whatever gets us the most drunk.
Oh yeah, we can do it from our phones.
Yeah, that is.
A white club? You want one? Yes, I have one. I have one. I have one. Okay, let's do it. Leslie, I need help because I'm bleeding out.
Yes, yes,
you bite on my
Okay,
toes.
let's
That's
pull up
not right.
Jackbox.
No.
Because we can do it from our phones.
I thought we were
What are
making
you
them
doing?
people
What are
were
you
doing.
doing
Oh, they
down
want
there, buddy?
Jackbox.
Okay, I got it. All right, everybody, we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna try to figure this out.
There's another
Yeah, I'm
guy.
gonna jump over you. I'm so sorry.
Whoa, that's oh my
Oh
god.
my God, what did she do to you? Oh, Kaya! Hey, nobody.
Yeah, go
Nobody.
Kaya.
You
should do
She
that
bit you?
faking it.
She bit you?
No,
Oh my God.
she went to like jump at my dick.
Oh my God.
Caught me off guard.
Oh my God,
don't
she
worry,
went
don't
for
worry.
Connor's dick.
What
No, Kaya. Okay.
I mean, you seem too upset about it.
We're gonna
but-
cool down. She's gonna cool down, and then we'll bring her back up.
She heard the mastiff earlier.
We're gonna cool down, Kaya. And say, it's nap time.
I feel bad. I feel like I just turned the oven.
How many players are faking it?
Get some water, chill out a little bit.
There's already 9 of these?
Yeah.
Wait, did we talk right
I mean, it's the same.
Which is the
things
one
all
with
the time.
faking it? You gotta do
Faking it is
faking
6
it.
players, but
I'm watching.
Wait, Vegas only
I'm
6
like deep in
players?
dog
Faking
shit.
it.
Yeah,
I'm watching Kaya. This is my Kaya cam.
I will wash my hands real quick.
I want
Yeah.
9.
Go back 30
Can we
seconds.
please fake it if you want
Okay, buddy.
Jackbox?
Okay, I got it. All right, everybody, we're gonna try to figure this out.
She got in trouble? What'd she do?
I'm so sorry.
Whoa, that's oh my
Oh
god.
my God, what did she do to you? Oh, Kaya! Hey, nobody.
Yeah, go
Nobody.
Kaya. You should do
She
that
bit you?
faking it.
She bit you?
No,
Oh my God.
she went to like jump at my dick.
Oh my God.
Caught me off guard.
We
Oh
call her
my
the snap
God,
at
she
order,
went
by the
for
way.
Connor's
Yeah.
dick.
What
No, Kaya. Okay.
You seem too upset about it.
We're gonna
but-
cool down.
This is
She's
cold
gonna
before
cool
this
down,
yesterday.
and then we'll bring her back up.
She heard the mastiff earlier.
We're gonna cool down.
Can we
I
do the
feel
fake
bad.
it
I
one?
feel like I
We
just
gotta
turned
do
the
it.
oven.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. We're ready. The Uber is about to be here, so let's do it. Do you have an iPhone charger? An additional iPhone charger, Murat?
A cable or like a new brick?
That one's dead.
No, it's not. It's got 3 bars.
What? It was not charging when I tried.
Oh, wow.
Who wants my credit card? I want
Can
it.
I get a Lambo?
I literally told him to drive my
Oh, yeah,
car
that was
yesterday, and he was like,
Yeah.
"No, I can't.
Okay, it's crazy.
I can't drive the
I
Lambo."
can't drive the Lambo.
I was like, "Why not?"
If I
All right,
crash
guys,
it,
it's like down the
It's
street.
content. Just film
It's
it.
content. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no one recording.
Where's
it.
Kaya?
It would just be
We need
Instagram.
Kaya.
Hey, tell a good story though.
I'll let you crash my car.
I feel like
I
you
think I'll die if I crash.
would
Yeah, if you
drive
crash my
safer
car,
though,
you'll probably
right?
die.
I think
Yeah.
I'll just
If you were in a Lambo, you would drive safer so you wouldn't crash.
yeah.
Until you get comfortable. Until you get comfortable with it, and then you go.
And then he's
"Ah."
doing donuts. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a safe.
I'm pretty
All
sure
right,
it's not legal.
nice. So we have chat over here.
Hi, chat.
We have
Yeah,
we
yeah.
use my card. Yes. Okay.
Is that Ray running?
This is default
I would have
monitor.
believed it if you said it was.
I hate running. I hate running so much.
Ray, I have a question.
All right, we're swapping over.
Oh my God, Leslie.
We're swapping over. Get ready. We're swapping over. Get ready.